As you can see right now, this is our main page of our front end of the cloud distributed system. The topic we chose is based on the social media analysis of Australia. As you can see at the beginning, this is a word cloud that we do based on the tweet data we have. This is the frequencies words, and we're counting them the size. So this is a 3 scenario that we focused in the whole system. As you can see, the first one, we're targeting the sports and healthy. We aim to discover the relationship between the lifestyle or the type of leisure time Australians spending related to their healthy status, which we use life expectancy as the factor. Then the second one is we use the traffic peak hours and also non-peak hours related to the tweets daily hours sentiment analysis. For the scenario 3, we're targeting the tweets data and tool status language analysis based on the posts that we have. So during our research of the 2 social media platforms, we find out the Mastodon users tend to use more aggressive or more sexual aggressive words to in their posts, which raised our interest in this area to target and discover what's the reason behind this. So let's move to our main page, which is showing the day visualization. Now, this is a total tweets made in Australia distributed across the states, as you can see. This one, we are using the Google API, and you can see the population range. Now let's start the scenario 1. Here you can see there's a multiple bar chart. We draw based on the categories we have. The average time spent here as the axis. For the legend, as you can see, we have the personal care activities total time, the personal care activities per total man time, also for female. And this is, since this is the average time, that's why it's kind of similar. And also you will notice the top activities people would like to spending during their leisure time is a personal care activity, which include like sleeping, eating, watching movie, and so on. The second one would be this one. It is the employment related activity. I would say that's the contracted time that they're gonna afford to ride their family. Then the third one will be the recreation and leisure time they spend. So that you can see here, normally spending hours is about 4 and 4 or 4 and 3, 8. So now we can relate it with the job and income factor to the leisure time they're spending. As you can see, we have a different range of years data. So by go through this, we find out in the 2020s, in the later 2020, probably because the COVID is finishing, you can see the average, especially the males, got more income compared with the previous years, as you can compare now. One thing just gonna need to notice is their axis is different. So you can see here the axis is this high. Now let's move to scenario 2, which related to the peak hours and unpeak hours traffic sentiment analysis. As we can see here, this is the correlation between the average distance for personal use and for work purpose across all states. As you can see, the New South Wales is definitely the top one with the highest personal and other use, and also highest work purpose to using the vehicles, which is surprisingly balanced, their work and their personal life, compared with Victoria, because both of them is quite busy and rich cities. Whereas for those the North Tertiary and also the Tasmania, this is unsurprisingly that they will be at the corner. Now let's move to the peak hour for traffic. Discover the tweets data based on doing a hourly tweets analysis related to the keywords of traffic. So here you can see, this is the 24 hours in a day, and we plotting the frequencies, so which is the counting number of tweets that people tweets during different hours. Noticeable thing is 9 o'clock on the morning and 6 o'clock on the afternoon, there is a opposite frequencies of tweets posted during a day. As you can see here, one is the peak, which is around 9 and 10 o'clock, should be the morning traffic time, people posting a lot of many tweets about it. And then we think it could be because people was all tired after the whole day working and they was aiming to get home as soon as possible, so they don't tweet as much as on the morning. So now let's move to our last scenario, which is the most interesting one, is the negative poster style between Mastodon and Twitch. For this one, the one thing that definitely is noticeable, as you can see, the biggest word from Twitch, which is from Mastodon platform, is die or like the press, Ukraine, and so on. But while we seeing those words, you also notice the number or the user base of the Mastodon is quite small. Right now, there are about the hundreds of them. But where we looking at the Twitch data, as you can see, most of the counts, the total counts of the word is about tripled with Mastodon's user base. Then we can also see there is really a lot of big words with positive meaning, like wood, so which is, and even for the negative meanings, there is barely appear die or actually aggressive words. So which we can tell there is a huge difference on the language choice because the size of the community or the users that select, even they're gonna post on Twitter or Mastodon, because since Mastodon is a decentralized platform, which means all the users do not show in their real name, real address, like they are totally they're like a prefix of the service. No one know who are they and where are they from. So this is the 3 scenario of the team 19, and we actually having an interesting conclusion. We address it more on the report. And to the end, here is our lovely team members. So that's all. Thank you for your time today.